G'day there guys, Marky here, and welcome back to another episode of r/relationship advice. Now if you love today's bloody good stories, I want you to consider chucking a like and subscribe button on the Barbie, and with that said I want you to sit back, relax, and enjoy today's episode. Let's go. Posted by user accordingboard6448, titled, Am I the asshole here for not telling my girlfriend I was gonna break up with her if she went on vacation with male friends? Basically, my girlfriend went on vacation with her male friends. I told her this made me uncomfortable and I didn't want her to go. By the way, she used to hook up with one of them before she met me. She told me that it would be fine and that they're like brothers to her. I already made the decision to break up with her there and then, but I wanted to get my stuff from her place before anything, and I figured I should do that while she's gone. I also didn't want to break up over text or call, so I waited for her to come back. I picked her up when she came back, dropped her off, and gave her the key to her place back, and broke up. She started crying and figured out it was because of the vacation. She kept saying that nothing happened. I told her she knew that I wasn't comfortable with this, and she still went. She mentioned that I should have said that I'd break up with her if she went, and that if she knew, she would never have gone. I told her I didn't want to be controlling and threaten her with ending the relationship. We kept going back and forth over this for a while. Edit, a lot of y'all are assuming an awful lot here. Most of you are cool, but to give you a bit more context, 1. She never actually introduced me to these friends. Even though I mentioned I wanted to meet them, she kept making excuses. 2. She never told me she used to hook up with her friend. I only found out because I found an old picture of them kissing when she was showing me some old travel pics. And 3. I was okay with their friendship until now. This was just too much for me. Most of y'all are cool, but I swear some of y'all act like cheaters don't exist. Did she cheat on me? Who knows? But at this point, I was sick of doubting. In the comments, did she invite you on this vacation? And OP says, she didn't really invite me. I tried to invite myself, but I couldn't go due to work. Was it just her and the guys or others too? OP says, her other friends couldn't make it, including female friends. Would she have been okay if you went on vacation with a bunch of girls, including one that you used to hook up with, without her? And OP says, I don't know. I would never put her in that position to begin with. Dee Packer says, quote, she used to hook up with one of them. She told me they are like brothers to her. Banjo playing softly in the distance. All I needed to read was that first sentence. Get out, my dude. Don't look back. I told her I was uncomfortable and didn't want her to go. She goes anyways? A buddy of mine went on vacation with some buddies. A female friend of theirs went also, and her and my friend used to have a friends with benefits thing going on. Guess what they did on the vacation? Yes, they banged. He had a girlfriend that didn't come, and she had a boyfriend that didn't come. Not the asshole. Yeah, they absolutely banged, and she was gonna bury it 100%. She's sad because she got caught. She would have been mad if she didn't do anything. Not the asshole. Also, the fact that she claims she wouldn't have gone if she knew that you'd break up over it doesn't make it better. It makes it worse. It shows she doesn't care how it affects you unless it becomes a problem for her too. That is zero integrity, and that is not long-term partner material. It should not take you leaving or thinking about leaving for her to not dismiss your feelings. That's asinine. What kind of consequences are we talking about? If it's just huffy for a week, I'm going. But if you're gonna break up and inconvenience me, then I'll stay. I just need to weigh up the cost-benefit of your feelings before caring about them. Not the asshole. You enforced your boundaries, and the consequences for boundaries don't always need to be explained, as all situations are different. Exactly. This is the true definition of boundaries. You expressed what you're not willing to put up with, and then followed through. If y'all have different values, so be it. Not the asshole. You'd be toast too if it was the other way around. Yeah, all signs point to these two banged. I genuinely don't think there's any ifs, buts, or doubts about it. I think OP made the right choice in this situation because there are just too many coincidences along the way. Oh, no, yeah, your female friends just happened to all be too busy. They're all just at work when we made this vacation. Oh, yeah, there's just so many roadblocks getting in the way of me introducing you to my friends, especially one that I used to hook up with that I'm not gonna tell you about and wasn't gonna tell you about. Weird, huh? And yeah, we just happened to have booked it also at the same time as you couldn't do it because of work. Damn, crazy coincidence that. Not the arsehole OP. She deserved to be broken up with even before the vacation, but I respect you for doing it after and in her face. That's a quite respectable thing to do. Thumbs up. And now, onto the update. Hello everyone. My post got a lot of attention. I responded to a few comments and even edited it, so I figured I should post an update for you all. Her male friend reached out to me on Instagram, the one that she used to hook up with. He asked if I was dating my ex, and I told him what happened. He actually apologized. He said he didn't know that we were still dating. He said that my ex was talking mad shit about me, and he was confused. Apparently, my ex-girlfriend told him that we broke up months ago, and they've been hooking up regularly since. Yes, including the trip. The guy even showed me some pictures of the two of them kissing during the trip, so that explains why she never wanted me to meet them. So all my suspicions were correct. The guy actually seemed like a decent guy. He apologized a lot for what he did. I don't hold any resentment towards him, and I'm glad that I got confirmation that I made the right decision. So to all of you who supported me, thanks a lot. I appreciate it. And one last comment to some of you. My insecurity kept me from wasting any more of my time. In the comments, Tersa78 says, "What made him randomly reach out to you now?" And OP says, "He said my ex was talking shit about me. He was confused because he thought that we had been broken up for months now. He reached out to me because he wanted to know exactly what happened between us." Thank God for the bro looking out for you. Didn't have to be nice or message you at all, but did it because he knew that it was effed up of her. Why did that help? OP broke up with his girlfriend way before this guy messaged him. All this guy did was confirm that his ex-girlfriend was a piece of shit. And OP says, it did help a bit. It gave me some peace of mind. To be honest, there were some doubts in my head if I did the right thing or not. Some comments in my previous post made me doubt my decision a bit. While it still hurts, I can at least move forward with zero doubts in my mind. What really pissed me off about the post before was people so desperate to put at least some blame on him that they tried to blame him for not communicating, even though he plainly said, "I am uncomfortable with you going along with people you have hooked up with before." The compulsive need to at least dump partial blame on the man to reduce blame on the woman means some actual drivel comes from these people's mouths. OP replies, "Something that I also noticed is that people acted as if I said, 'You can't be friends with guys or exes.' I never even said that. They acted as if I wanted her locked in a cage with no interaction at all with males. Ah yes, brothers, the kind you sleep with." Yeah, the fact that his ex never wanted him to meet these friends was a red flag. Thank God for that bro looking out for him. He's a real one-ish. I got the feeling that he was more asking for his own sake, to see if she was lying to him, but I guess it worked out for the OP in the end anyway. Oh yeah, he just realized he was the side dude and wanted confirmation. I actually think that this was the most sensible move to make. I don't like that. Okay, I'm gonna do it. No drama, no ultimatums, just consequence of your actions. It doesn't matter if you were right or wrong, whether she cheated or not, just the lack of respect. Their relationship was already over at that point in his head. Nothing good would have come from staying in it. He would have always wondered if she had been faithful to him or not, and it would have killed him inside. Ending things the way that he did was stone cold, but it was the best course of action. He had no malice for her. He still picked her up from the airport, but they were done the moment she decided to get on that plane. The fact that the friend called him and confirmed his suspicions was icing on the cake. Yeah, really no winning in a situation like this. I feel like she just massively overstepped his boundaries and didn't care. And then she makes up the excuse of saying, oh, well, if you were gonna break up with me, I wouldn't have done it and I would have respected you. I think she should have just taken the hint and communicated with him and been like, you know what, as my partner, we're gonna work things out. I'm going to be real with you. Maybe you can blame OP a little bit for not communicating properly, but I think OP did their job communicating, and it was up to their partner to pick up on that personally. Disgusting that the cheating was going on for so long, but that's just life sometimes. Some people are just pieces of shit. Our next post is by user Throwaway008, titled, Came home and significant other is gone. Longtime lurker and occasional commenter of this great sub, but I'm using a throwaway account because my paranoia is at an all-time high right now. I have great OPSEC, but also haven't seemed to need it because my wife works all the time and we do have a great sex life, so I would be shocked if she even suspected I was doing what I was doing. That's why I'm losing my shit right now. I come home from work yesterday, and usually my wife gets home about 30 minutes after I do. When I realized it's getting late, I called and got no answer. I check our room and her things are gone. She left the house completely untouched, just took all of her clothes but left no notes. I can't get in touch with her through phone, email, her friends won't answer. She must know, right? Which, why wouldn't she ask me? Who finds out and just leaves? Is it possible she doesn't know and left for someone else? In the comments, a deleted user said, let her go, you are effed. She will contact you with your next instructions. Likely will be served soon. And OP says, didn't she technically abandon the home? How can she serve me? At 10:56 p.m., around 9 hours later, OP came back and made a post that was removed by the moderator. She's an effing sociopath. She's known for months. She has slept with me and smiled in my effing face for months. Be careful. Comment from a deleted user says, she for sure knows. OP replied, I know now she knows. She has known for months. She's been more deceitful about knowing than I have about doing it, and maybe that's why I'm so effing angry. I can't even have interest in my affair partner now. Fuck. Another user told OP to own their actions. OP replied, I am taking ownership, but I'm posting on a sub for adultery. Not like I'm claiming that it was okay for me to cheat, I just happen to think that cheating isn't the only shitty thing you can do to someone. What? What? What is that logic? That really caught me off guard. What is this? What's going through this guy's head? He's out of line, but he's not wrong. OP continued to spiral July 8th, 11:43 p.m. and says, this is not what I want. How do I not go through this? I wouldn't have done it if I thought that she'd find out. Sorry, I'm just desperate. I need to fix it because, I need to know how she even found out. A deleted user responded to this and says, okay, what did you think would happen if and when she found out? Were you disappointed that she didn't scream and cry and play the pick-me game? She found out and decided that it was a deal breaker on her end. You got off easy. No arguing, screaming, and crying. No therapy or marriage counseling to sit through and pay for. Probably took those months to stash some cash, find a place, or another guy. I don't think there is any fixing this. And OP replies, maybe a little. I don't know why I felt that way, but yeah, I guess I wanted to see some kind of reaction. I know it doesn't make sense, but it's just how I feel. She makes most of the money, so that's another effing kick in the nuts. I'll basically have to ask her for some kind of support to keep living the kind of lifestyle that we've been living. I wish she would fight me. Seems like she's willing to let everything go, including her own money, just to avoid me, and it's making me feel like I don't know her. July 9th, the next day, OP provided more details, and said, I did have great OPSEC. I found out what happened now from her mum. One of my wife's interns works a second job at the hotel where the affair partner and I met, 3 towns away, but my wife had a picture of us on her phone screen, so she recognized me. After that, I guess she called my wife the next time we were there, and my wife stopped in to confirm and then left. What's getting to me is that this was in March. I never saw any changes in her. Edit, I guess after writing this, my OPSEC wasn't great. Shouldn't have stayed at the same place more than once. I guess my commentary on this is that you shouldn't have cheated, OP, but you're getting the consequences of your actions now. And yeah, it was really unlikely that something like this was going to happen, but that's life. Life bites you in the ass sometimes. You got to live the high life thrill of cheating on your wife, and she gets to live the high life thrill of completely disappearing on you. I'm genuinely shocked that you actually got answers about how she found you. But hey, maybe you can take this opportunity to do better for the next wife that you're going to cheat on. How great. That's going to be so good, OP. And now, on to the update. I had no idea this would get so much input, but it has helped and I appreciate it. I've been here a while, but this was my first time posting, and it's helped me vent and process. So thank you. Also, if I'm being honest, I'm sure that the attention or engagement has helped me cope a little. I finally talked to my wife this afternoon. I've been in our house since Thursday night by myself, pretty much clueless as to what was going on with her, until her mother, who she has very little contact with, reached out to me. I was caught. I have been caught since March. Wife texted me today saying she had intended to contact me through a lawyer and just let the divorce do the talking. But since her mother decided to contact me, she would answer any questions I had if I had a desire to speak to her. Clearly I did. I asked her why she stayed around after she knew, and how she just lied to me like that. She said it wasn't her intention, but she shut down to figure out what she needed to do regarding our relationship and herself. At the end, she said something like she realized she still loves me, but doesn't respect me. And she said she thinks that I love her, but don't respect her either, so we should go our separate ways. She already got her job to move her to the city that she's been asking me to move to for a long time now, and said she'd like to sell me her half of the house if I want it, and if not, we can list it. But I guess our lawyers will handle that paperwork, and I still have no idea if I want our house without her in it. I'm glad I talked to her, but I'm sad at how moved on she is. She did cry a little, but then stopped. I asked for therapy, and she said I should have asked for that when I realized I had impulse control issues. I've been drinking for 48 hours now, and sorry for the rant. I don't think it's losing her that's hurting, but losing like this. In the comments, OP replied to a now deleted post and says, I don't know for a fact that she wasn't cheating. I had no reason to think that she was, but until she found out in the most unlikely way, she had no reason to think that I was either. A deleted user said, I'm truly sorry for all involved in this, but I just have to say, she made a badass exit. That sounds like some Beyonce shit. And OP replied, okay, I could understand her leaving, but her leaving without a word is almost not human. Nothing badass about it. It's not who she is either. She's sweet, and that's why I love her. Her being cold like this is not going to make me want or respect her more. I'm pretty sure the fact she's divorcing the guy makes it clear she doesn't give a shit what he thinks of her. The level of delusion is ridiculous. The audacity of cheaters never ceases to amaze. The way he talks about her there sounds like he believes she should not have any agency or thoughts of her own. It sounds like he believes that he owns her. She's sweet, and that's why I love her. AKA, I thought she'd just let me break her heart. Her being cold like this isn't going to make me want or respect her more. Maybe you should have respected her first. What a shitheel, and I'm proud of his ex for walking away. She owes him nothing, and now he gets to suffer the consequences of his own cruelty and disregard for her. It's because he doesn't love her. He loves what she could do for him. But I don't want my wife, that I cheated on, that makes more money than me. Ignore the fact that she left me, ignore the fact I need her to support my lifestyle, and not the other way around. Her behavior makes me not want or respect her. God, what an effing rat. Cheats for months, if not years, pats himself on the back about how well he's cheating, and then plays the victim when his wife silently leaves and doesn't give him the dramatic fight that he wants. I think he thought that she would cry and ask him why so that he could blame her. She would then be humbled and fall over backwards to keep him while never feeling good enough for him, or something like that. This is disgusting and probably true. Well, that was a wild read. The mental jujitsu that this guy has to do to make her the bad guy would be exhausting to anyone with a normally developed sense of morality. Quotes, okay, I could understand her leaving, but her leaving without a word is almost not human. It's this line that really effing gets me. Cheating on your partner and essentially bragging about how good you are at it online and then saying that is beyond delusional. Not only bragging about how good your OPSEC is, but then getting caught without realizing Lamau? Can't get over him thinking that her exit was just as deceitful as him cheating. He thought it was more deceitful. What a piece of trash human. Seriously, calling her a sociopath because she was able to act like everything was normal for a couple months? How much longer had he been doing the exact same thing? What a muppet. Anyway, guys, that's where I'm going to end today's episode. I do hope you enjoyed. If you did, let me know what you thought of it in the comments down below, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.